Bonjour, mes amis. Je suis le Roger Canadien, and welcome back to the Pictures Channel, where we talk baseball news to wrap up our sports week. And yeah, that's really it. So we're going to start off where we left off. So the Phillies are making a managerial change. Joe Girardi, you're fired. Joe Girardi was fired from his managerial duties with the Philadelphia Phillies, and instead, bench coach Rob Thompson will be the new interim manager. And this comes after the Phillies had a kind of a shitty start, which I mean it makes sense. But and now I gotta ask myself a little bit: is there really gonna be like will this fix anything? I don't know. Like, was Girardi the problem, or were there other factors that just led to his demise in Philadelphia? I don't know. But on top of Girardi getting fired, they also fired coaching assistant Bobby Miacham. I don't know. Quality insurance coach Mike Calitri will be the bench coach for Rob Thompson. Again, I don't know where they think this is gonna go. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Moving on, the Orioles did something kind of cool in my opinion. And this comes from Britt Giroli. I hope I say that right. If I not, I'm sorry. The Orioles have named Eve Rosenbaum assistant general manager, and Rosenbaum was previously the club's director of baseball development. So I think that's kind of cool to have a female in the front office in the general managing office. Well, it's not exactly general manager, but you know what? I like it. It's a step closer to that goal of having a female general manager in baseball. I like it a lot, and congratulations to her. Man. Moving on to the Astros, where a big extension was signed on Friday. The Astros agreed with Yordan Alvarez on a 6-year extension worth 115 million big ones that starts next season. Now, if you guys are like me, you know Yordan Alvarez definitely is one of the better players that the Astros have left. But I like it. I really do like it. And I feel like that he will be a good piece moving forward for those Astros. You never know. Will they be good, or will they resort to if you don't get what I'm referencing there, leave. If you do, no, I'm kidding. But if you do, but pretty much Astros, trash cans, World Series, done. Moving on from Ken Rosenthal, Miguel Andujar, I don't know, has requested a trade from the Yankees because of lack of consistent opportunities from the club. I mean, for him, all I really gotta say is just simply nothing you can really do on that one. Moving on, this is from a story involving pitcher Max Scherzer from the Mets. And this is a statement that he put out on Twitter on Saturday, which reads to you, and I quote, just clearing a few things up. My dog, Rafi, hurt her leg in a run. She was howling in pain, and I went to calm her down by putting my hands on her. When I did that, she bit my right hand. Fortunately, it wasn't a bad bite. I took one day off from throwing and was able to lawn toss the next day. This will have no effect on my rehab, and this is literally a non-story. Because people thought, oh my God, this is going to harm Scherzer's career in so many fucking ways. No, it won't. So shut the fuck up. Well, I gotta give an opinion real quick on something before we move on. The Angels. What the fuck is wrong with the Philadelphia? Not the Philadelphia. The LA Angels. Like, they have two of the greatest fucking players in the game right now. Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani. And you mean to tell me that they can't fucking do a damn thing? In my opinion, Artie Moreno should sell the fucking team to people who care about the game of baseball and care about the team and are willing to get that team the proper resources it needs to fucking win. Because you can't fucking do shit if you aren't winning games. Now, can you? Honestly, though, I don't fucking know. Moving on to the Angels. Speaking of the fucking Angels, here is another thing that I'm going to read to you. This is coming from the Angels organization themselves, in which they tweeted, and I quote, "The Angels have relieved Joe Madden of his duties as Angels manager today. Phil Nevin has been named interim manager. So when one manager falls, another one does. This time it just happens to be Joe Madden. What the fuck is with Joe's being fired all the time? If anything, Joe Madden's one of the better managers in the league. But in a way, I really can't fucking get into like that shit because I don't know. Well, of course, man, like a boss he is, he did put out a statement about it in a Q&A session. He states, and I quote, I'm sorry. Of course, I want to manage. I'm really good at it. And that was in response to a question if he wants to be a manager after being fired. Which, I mean, why wouldn't you? It's not going to fucking do anything. Moving on. So there's been some punishments handed out as a result of a brawl that took place between the Seattle Mariners and the Houston Astros. This is coming from Mark Feinsand, and I'll read you the full thing right now. A combined 6 players of the Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners have received discipline for their roles in the benches clearing on-field incident that occurred in the top of the 9th inning of Monday night's game at Houston's Minute Maid Park. Michael Hill, Major League Baseball's Senior Vice President for On-Field Operations, made the announcement. And the operations here are listed as follows for you guys. Astros pitcher Hector Neris received a 4-game suspension and an undisclosed fine for intentionally throwing at Eugenio Suarez of the Mariners in the area of the head while warnings were in place. Astros manager Dusty Baker has received a 1-game suspension and an undisclosed fine for the intentional actions of Neris. Mariners manager Scott Cervez has received an undisclosed fine for the actions that contributed to causing the incident. Astro coaches Joe Espada, Omar Lopez, and Troy Snicker have received undisclosed fines for actions that contributed to causing the incident. So, you want to brawl, you're going to have to face some consequences, unfortunately. And is it the best thing in the world to freaking suffer like that? No, but I don't know. Moving on, Angel Hernandez, probably regarded by fans as probably the biggest piece of shit umpire in the league. Well, here's a quote from Daniel Kaplan of The Athletic, which reads, and I quote, Hernandez claimed MLB has a history of discriminating against minority umpires, pointing out that as of the filing of his lawsuit, there had only been one minority crew chief in the league's 150 years of existence, which would be Richie Garcia, though that number has grown in the years since. And of course, this is going to be related to what goes forward from here, because Hernandez wants to refile the suit, but see what the courts say. Okay, moving on. The Cubs reach an extension with their all-star catcher, Wilson Contreras. Now, what are the terms? It is set to be a $9.625 million salary, avoiding arbitration. I'm going to read this off from Jesse Rages, which apparently does not have a... Oh, it's only for this season. Okay, so it's going to be for this season. Okay, so just for this season, and then he'll be a free agent after this season. But we'll see from there how that one goes. Moving on, Gary Sanchez reaches an agreement with the Twins to avoid arbitration because it's that time of year in baseball. The deal is a 1-year contract worth $9 million. Fucking yikes. Jesus shit. I'm not saying it's a bad decision, but holy fuck, I just wasn't expecting that. Moving on, some controversy. Oh boy, we got controversy. Now, what controversy do we have this week? Well, it involves Tony La Russa, because of fucking course it does. So in the game today, which I assume was against the Dodgers, I can see on the screen. He decided to walk Trey Turner on a 1-2 count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dude, he literally could have gotten struck out. What the fuck are you doing, you dumb son of a bitch? This is why Tony La Russa doesn't belong in baseball. Exhibit 69-420. This guy's a fucking idiot. I swear to fucking God, that's right. He hasn't had a fucking baseball yet. Right here, we got a thing from Evan Drellich as we move on to the next thing. And I will read you the tweet thread that he has put out there. Here we go. A correction and update to the story of MLB's experiments in the minors with sticky stuff this season. MLB switched over to Southern League to one of the experimental grips for 2 weeks before halting its usage. Both the Texas and Southern Leagues today are using the mudded ball, which is what the players are accustomed to. It is unclear whether MLB will again use the sticky substance in either league later this season. MLB originally planned to do so, and the MLB did decline to comment. So they're experimenting with that shit now? Okay, I don't know why the fuck anyone would really bother, considering you get fucking called that you're suspended for God knows how long. But that will do it for this week's baseball vid. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like. Comment down below if you guys want to see anything next. If you have not done so already, subscribe and join the Logical Nation. You will be seeing another bonus vid tomorrow. So be ready for that. Until next time, je suis le Lâché Canadien. Bon nuit et au revoir.